Hey girl. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and I'm going to be doing your weekly general reading. And I also do your weekly love soulmate reading, Taurus, which I'll leave a link to over here if you'd like to check that out at a later point. But when it comes to any of my readings, rely on your intuition, because put it in perspective, Taurus, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, because I promise you, Taurus, I'm not going to be personally offended by it at all. If you find some cards that resonate with you though, Taurus, be sure to give me a like and subscribe, because it does help out my channel a lot, and I always am super appreciative when you guys take the time to do that for me. And also be sure to share in the comments below what card called out to you the most. I love hearing y'all's aha moments, because that's how I keep up with y'all. So I'm going to be pulling some starting cards, Taurus, and then we're going to just deep dive these messages. Keep in mind, I'm not here to make a decision for you. I'm just here to hopefully give you some perspective, right? That's what tarot cards are. That's my goal with tarot, anyways, is to give some perspective. So, Taurus, before we get into any clarifiers, the overall energies that we have for this week for you is the Six of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So this is overall pretty good energy. I like this somewhat. So let me break this down for you. You're usually with the Two of Pentacles, this is where I'm kind of like, like what are you juggling here, right? Because you're juggling in the midst of like some chaos. So I usually, whenever I see this card, Taurus, I usually will associate it with somebody who is just kind of dealing with a lot right now, trying to make a lot of things work. And usually when this card comes forward, there's like a need for you to potentially let something go. But I don't see this necessarily, because this is kind of like what you've been asking for. It's kind of like, how would you say? It's like now that it's almost as if like things are like finally like working out for you or manifesting for you. So it's just like, well, yeah, you're juggling a lot here with this Two of Pentacles, the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is usually the card of like victory and public recognition. So it's just like you're in the spotlight, you're in the limelight here. Now this could be taken in a bad way too, because I am just being optimistic in this sense. So maybe you just feel like this week that a lot of attention is on you, and like a lot of focus, a lot of people's conversations is on you, right? So let's just be real about it, right? I have to keep myself accountable and realize that I am overtly optimistic. So let's break into these three rows here for you, Taurus. We have in the first row the Knight of Swords. Like this, kind of. I like this kind of because this is showing me your potential, Taurus. What do I mean by this? Because the clarifier that I have, or the supporting card that I have rather, is the Wheel of Fortune behind this. So whenever I see knights, I associate this Taurus with like a more youthful energy. I usually, when it's in regards to the swords, this is usually someone who's in their head and like kind of like at an indecision and kind of sometimes wanting to run away from a problem. But when you have the Wheel of Fortune here, it's kind of letting me know that you're in control again. This has kind of been this common theme for you, Taurus. So I don't know. This is I know it sounds cheesy, Taurus, but it does seem like you're just kind of riding things out in your element, right? It can seem like chaos and like stormy, like all around you. And even maybe you acknowledge just like how much is going on for you, Taurus, but it doesn't seem like you're crumbling from all this pressure. So while that pressure may feel overwhelming right now, Taurus, I really do, I can't help but be optimistic for you, because I see you guys taking this in such stride. So I'm really proud of you, and I just want to take a moment and acknowledge you for that, Taurus. Now we have the Lovers card here. Now, it could be dealing with the person, right, in the literal sense of the lovers, but also the Lovers card does represent just a big decision. So this may be what it is that you, for some of you Tauruses, you're just not wanting to make it. I do hear indecision, but for a lot of you, it's like you're making a big decision on something and going forward with it. Like, what do I mean by this? That last sentence didn't add any substance. What do I mean by this? It's, Taurus, it's like you're making a huge decision on something that you know is going to be pretty impactful and pretty chaotic to your life and maybe people's lives around you, but not in like a bad way. Like, you're not trying to like affect other people's lives, but in a bad way ever, right? But you have the Chariot card as the supporting card. So this is like something that you feel passionately about. So let's just say that you come from like a conservative family and you just woke up one day and you just wanted to do OnlyFans or something. I don't know. Just something that's just so out of the norm for that kind of situation, right? And it's something that you want to do, that you feel passionately about, but like obviously the people around you feel some type of way. But you still commit to it. With this Chariot card, you still go forward with it because there's just like this yearning for it, right? That's why like you kind of might be exuding this Knight of Swords energy, because like other people around you are kind of like, this person's just being crazy right now, this person's being a little bit chaotic, we don't know what to make of this individual nowadays, you know. And that's why like the spotlight's on you, but it's still in a good way. Like, I don't know, like it's chaotic. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Taurus, this is like a seemingly like a chaotic week in the sense of you're really being pushed to, I mean, I saw bridges burn in my head, but like maybe not in that aggressive in a sense. Maybe just pushing the boundaries a little bit for your own passions here, right? And I know you kind of commit to some type of decision this week, Taurus, because we have this Judgment card coming in here with the Six of Cups in the reverse. So the Judgment card is where like you make a decision on something and you kind of, I don't want to say consequences, because consequences kind of add like such a negative connotation, doesn't it, Taurus? But you, because like you are aware of all this, you kind of deal with like the chaos behind it, right? You start juggling that chaos because it's just like all the attention is on you. You make, by like committing to some type of decision, right? Six of Cups in the reverse. Usually when this card is in the upright, Taurus, this is somebody who is usually in this type of dynamic, it would be like somebody who would be looking to the past or not wanting to hurt someone from like a close relative or something like that, or someone that they just have like a lot of history with. They're looking in the past, romanticizing the past, and considering the history before they go forward with a decision. When it's in the reverse for you, like it is compared with paired with this Judgment card, is kind of letting me know of the decision. That's why I was saying before, Taurus, like the decision that you end up making with this big decision that you go forward with making, that you feel passionately about, and you just like no regrets whatsoever. And this Judgment has an impact on your Six of Cups, your history, in a way of where there's like almost like closure in a sense. I can't help but feel closure when I hold this. So it's interesting. So we got a lot from just those few cards. So let's start pulling some clarifiers now, Taurus. Really excited. But overall this week, Taurus, it just seems to be, the general message to take from this reading so far is to just push the boundaries a little bit, push the barriers. Magician card coming in on your Knight of Swords pile. Yeah. You're being pushed to manifest right now. Eight of Wands, I always say in any reading, whenever I see this card, it's like the card of where like you discover like a self-discovery of power almost. And it makes so much sense. And it's so beautifully paired with the Magician card, where the Magician is the one completely, they realize they're in control of their own universe almost, right? My gosh, Taurus, I love this. Nine of Wands as well. You literally just got all the independent cards, all in regards to passion, right? Because all these, I mean, the Magician is the jack of all trades and has all the suits, right? But the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands is such a solo energy, such a passionate energy. Tower card did just come out as well. My gosh. This is literally just summarizing everything that I said before. Like this message right here, right? Nine of Wands is just like discovering like your own, like what makes you like unique, what, like, you know, it's just like that self-discovery and realizing like how bad of, like, I don't want to cuss, like, you know, just like how much of a badass you are, girl. I don't know why I was having so much trouble with that. Like, that's what this card is about. And you discover this through this Eight of Wands and Magician moment, because it's just like you almost realize like, it's just like, wait a minute, you don't have to go by these rules anymore, right? The rules that were placed on you or that you thought you had to follow. That's what this Tower card comes in at, right? This Tower card comes in the sense of where it's just like, it's all like, again, it's all chaos. but I really enjoy this because of how passionately filled this is. It's all chaos, and it seems to be you're the one causing it, but in the best way. So all I guess I have to say here, Taurus, is to just like buckle up. I suppose buckle up this week. Buckle up this week and just to go with what you feel passionately about. Don't, because it's gonna ruffle some feathers. That's what I like. You're definitely ruffling some feathers. You're definitely going to be out of your comfort zone. But I see this going to be so valuable to you. I feel like it's going to be so rewarding. New moon in Sagittarius, new moon talks about new beginnings. Luck is on your side, right? And then we have the new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. I really do feel like for you, Taurus, it's time for you to just go with your gut. Go with what you feel is right for you. Go with, I don't know, it's just there's such a calling for you to make it like either answer like a passion or just making a decision on something that you maybe haven't wanted to make a decision on. Because it puts so much chaos and like put you in the spotlight, you kind of are being called to make that decision because, yeah, it's going to ruffle some feathers, but I see it working out for you in the long run. I really do. The Emperor. Yeah, you're in complete control of this. You got all of the alpha cards. You got all the cards where it's just like you make the situation, this week, your life, like you make it yours. You are in total control of this chaos, right? So that's why I feel like you're just going to be thriving in the Six of Wands energy. But yeah, I don't feel called to pull any more cards for you, Taurus. Hopefully this reading was of resonance in some type of way. If it was, be sure to give me a like and subscribe, and share this video with a friend if you think a friend would be interested in my messages. I love you so much, Taurus, and until next time.